All right. The next one we're going to talk about is the customer agent. And you know what? This is one of those ones where it just keeps getting better every week. And it used to be just in Service Hub. It's now available across the platform. So anybody can set this up and use it. It does consume credits because it's out of beta. It consumes 100 credits per conversation. If you're in the US, it's about $1 a conversation. If you're in Australia, about $1.40 a conversation. And then I was doing some research, like if you think you had an average, if you had hired somebody to do this, it's about $3 to $6 for a human agent to respond. So that's some of the things to be aware of. Now, what is lovely about the customer agent is that it can span across sales, it can span across service and operations. And you know what, Craig, it's just become so good. And I'll give you an example. We were testing this with a software client the other day, and they said they have a lot of information on their website. And I think one of the things with the agent is you've got to be able to feed it information, right? Documents, knowledge base, website pages. It can look at external sources as well. I'll give you a little example of this. It knew that when I asked it for a particular feature of this software, it found the information and gave it to me. And the screenshots you're seeing are testing mode. Now, the one I'm talking about is not the one you're seeing in the screenshot. But after I'd got asked a few questions about this particular module in this software, and then I said, can I get a demo of it? It actually said, oh, sure, we can organize a demo for this software focusing on this module. Would you like to book it here? I was like, oh, wow. It had so much context to know that was my problem that I was trying to solve. I'm asking for a demo now, and it says, I'm going to highlight in the demo this particular thing that you're after. And that kind of like changed the whole thing. That made me realize how much or how good it's become now. And so even the screenshots I've put in the show, this is a customer of ours that sells sales. Like even they were amazed. They were like, oh, wow. Like, because they've got a large catalog of sales that they sell globally, right? And it was able to, when people put particular numbers of sales, it goes and has a look and tells them what it has. And the other thing I love about it is that the opportunity for all of us is the knowledge gaps. Because as people ask, it finds out what it doesn't know, and it starts to highlight the knowledge gaps to us, which means that we've got to write more content around it. We've got to feed it better answers around that. Or even to the point of if you've got the knowledge base agent, it'll go and try and research that and create the knowledge base article for you. So this is where we're heading. And I think if you are early to the party, there is a lot to be gained here in terms of utilization. Now it's coming to the point where customer agent can now update data inside HubSpot. It can even talk to other systems. So if you say, hey, I want to find out where my sale is, and we know that the sale is at a particular point, you could query like the postal system and say, oh, for this order number, tell me where it's at and give me the status of it. So it's kind of exciting what's going to happen with Customer Agent.
I agree. Customer Agent is one of the standouts, and it's got so much potential, and it does consume 100 credits per conversation, probably the highest cost consumption, Correct. I'd say, but worth it because of what the potential is to do here. I'll just highlight for people listening and maybe not seeing this, when Ian was talking about selling sales, this is sales on a yacht. In case you're wondering, sales? How do you sell sales? Okay, sales on a yacht, just in case people didn't realize. Customer agent. So a few comments about this. Yeah, this and taking it out of Service Hub and just making it available across the platform is a fantastic move. I'm always surprised at each of some of the tools in HubSpot. They could almost be businesses in their own right. I'll give you an example. One of my favorites is the cookie consent tool in HubSpot.
Yes.
Right? It's this hidden gem where all your cookie consent, GDPR and all of that, it's all there. It's just this tool hiding away in HubSpot. I'm like, there are some businesses where that's their pure business, selling
Correct.
that software, right?
Yeah.
And there it is, almost just included for free. Well, not for free, but you know what I mean? It's just included in HubSpot, in Content Hub. And then I look at Customer Agent. I go, this could be an entire business just on its own. It's sitting here just as an agent in HubSpot. It is by far one of the strongest agents in the whole suite so far. And it is so feature rich, or is it still in beta? I don't know, but
No, it's not.
It's out
It's
of
not
beta
beta.
because it is so mature now. And some of the conversations we have with clients, they're like, "Oh, but isn't that just like the chat flows before?" And we're like, "Well, yes. Is chat my favorite interface? Well, no, but it's so much better because before with chat flows, you'd ask a question and it had to keyword match in order to give you an answer, right? So you'd say, how much does it cost? And because it didn't match on the word price, it would say, sorry, can't help you. So that's like a simplest example, whereas customer agent will just use AI and the LLM was going, oh, you're talking about cost. Of course, that means price or quote or estimate or whatever, right? So it's got context. And as you said, it can be based on other systems, but also the underlying data and knowledge that you give us. And that's the important thing because we keep turning on customer agent and then turning it off on our website because as we further test it, we go, oh, actually it's pulling on content that's out of date. And we go, oh, we better update. Oh, there's all these old knowledge-based articles. Right, we've got to update it. Oh, hang on, some of that information on the page is wrong. We've got to update that. So we actually turn off customer agent at times and then go, oh, hang on, we've got to fix the underlying.
So here's what I want to tell people, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to actually highlight that because that is one of the things that it has highlighted to people.
Yeah.
Content that's out of date. What I do want to say is if you need to update it, you can actually take it out of the agent. You can remove it from the agent's knowledge to update it so it doesn't show up, right? So that is possible. So I would almost say instead of turning things off and stopping something, you'd be better off removing the content, having a plan to update it, and letting the agent run. Because I think the knowledge you will gain out of the agent, especially with the knowledge gaps, might be more valuable than actually having the agent not run.
Actually, you're probably right, Ian. Yeah, you're probably right. I agree. Okay, you've changed my mind on that. Or you've changed our process.
I think we need to do a whole episode on the customer agent, actually.
I think we could. We could.